and welcome to your favorite realty guide, Brick by Brick. All your questions on buying and selling and investing in property markets across India will be answered right here. Of course, there's a lot more to look forward to on the show, market reports and top trending topics from India's real estate. Coming up on the show today, will Maharashtra's new housing policy be a real booster for affordable housing, or will it have the same fate as Mumbai Development plan? And now that the legal hurdles are cleared for Dwarka Expressway to be completed, what lies ahead for Dwarka Expressway projects? Do they make for good investment? Mumbai, of course, what are your top picks in $1.5 crore? Bangalore also at a similar price tag as Mumbai at $1.5 crore. The Maharashtra government is on the verge of releasing its new Housing and Action Plan 2015. This is a housing policy aimed at creating affordable housing stock and within a particular time frame. NDTV has managed to get access to the draft policy that is being circulated, and Nikhil Narayan Sivdas gets you a scoop on what is expected.
Over 19 lakh houses by 2022. That's the ambitious target the Maharashtra government has set itself to achieve the goal of housing for all. Key to this is the Draft Housing and Action Plan 2015, which NDTV has accessed. Here, MADA will conduct a survey to identify the full extent of the housing shortage, and this will then be portioned off among different government agencies to ensure that no one agency is left burdened with the sole responsibility.
It aims to do it in a very tangible, time-bound way. It has identified the requirement across the state, different cities, extended areas. So the current shortfall as well as the future requirement that's going to be there because of urbanization.
So what are some of the key measures that we can expect? For starters, an affordable housing land bank will be created by pooling land from different government agencies and unutilized SEZ land. Inclusive housing will be propagated by reserving 20% of the built-up area in projects for EWS and LIG housing. And measures are being put in place to speed up the redevelopment of cessed, slum and government buildings. And finally, an affordable housing fund will be created to help both developers and individuals.
It is quietly balancing. Of course, it trends towards creation of more housing stock, giving more FAR, making more liberal rules regulation for construction, which was the need of the hour.
But urban planners and housing activists are criticizing the government for not consulting with them in the drafting of such an important policy.
We are hearing that the housing minister and housing secretary, through media reports, we know that they are not in talk to each other. So when there is no such coordination, definitely one of the important stakeholder will come later and will say that no, this consensus has not been drawn, and again they will have to start the process. So why not from the day one everyone is taken on board?
Here, experts are concerned that potential flaws in the surveys could result in the new housing policy being delayed. Now one can only hope that the government engages with the public and all stakeholders to present a comprehensive policy in as short a time as possible. From Mumbai, Nikhil Narayan Sivdas, NDTV.
We can only hope that there's a lot which of course is taken care of between the draft policy and the final policy. It does take care of the affordable housing needs, especially in the city of Mumbai. We've got a question now for Mumbai. Ajit Shetty joins us on the phone line. Ajit, hi, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Hi, Manisha. I had a query about purchasing a flat, 2 BHK apartment in Atul Hillcrest on JVLR Andheri East. My budget is 1.5 crore and I would like to move into the apartment in a year and a half. Can you suggest me some good properties?
Okay, so let's start with, I think, Hillcrest itself. It's a joint venture, isn't it? Atul Builders and Akriti,
Yes.
Hubtown. So
Yes.
it seems to have good pedigree in terms of developers.
Absolutely. Akriti is also starting to do well again. They're getting out of the woods. That the project's weighted average price compared to the weighted average price of the market is much lower. It's trading at 13,250. Whereas the weighted average price of the market is roughly about 14,900 for the mid to luxury segment. So there is little scope of about 10% appreciation also. The project's elevation is fantastic, consisting of 3 odd towers, G plus 19 stories. The developers claiming to give possession by December 2016, which is exactly about 1.5 years from now. But it could take early part of 2017 for it to actually get delivered. Amenities also include a terrace garden, a podium garden, indoor games and multi-purpose hall. And let's just look at some key data points, and we have 2 more recommendations for you. 32 months is the inventory overhang, so sales undoubtedly very slow in Mumbai at this point. 14,900 being the weighted average price, and the markets delivered about 11% appreciation on an annualized basis. The two other projects that you can consider are Empress Heights by KSL Group. This is the standalone tower of G+8 stories. Again, very good elevation. This is about 1 kilometer from the Bombay Scottish School, 2 kilometers from the Marol Naka metro station, and 3 kilometers from the Infinity Mall. So social infrastructure is just right around this complex, literally. And although there is a podium next to the building for car park and amenities, that should be kept in mind. Madhukosh by DS Kulkarni, again in Delhi East. It's 3 towers of G+12 stories. Again, malls, hotels, schools are right within 3 kilometers vicinity of this, like the Bombay Cambridge School, Times Square Mall, and ITC Maratha. And it's about 1.5 kilometers from Sakinaka metro station. And all approvals, including IOD and CC, are in place.
All right, so a quick summary, 1.5 crore. What are your options in Mumbai's Andheri East? There's Express Heights, KSL Group, and Madhukosh by DS Kulkarni developers. And of course, the project Hillcrest that you had chosen also gets a go ahead. Okay, moving on to Bangalore. M. Ramesh on the phone line with us. Ramesh, hi, go ahead.
Hi, Manisha and Samir. Good evening.
Good evening.
See, I have a query. I look for an apartment in Bangalore, South Bangalore, preferably in Banerghatta Road or Kanakpura Road. Right now, I live in Banerghatta Road in a villa which is 7 to 8 years old with not so good common amenities. So I'm looking for upgrade to a better facility with a lot of common amenities in this area, in the price range of 1.5 to 2 crores for my use. I also want to know if you recommend SNN Raj, Lakeview, or this Prestige Falcon which is coming up, or any other projects which you would like to recommend.
Okay, I think you've anyway picked up some of the nicer projects Bangalore, if you say you picked up projects of good developers, the good list is really long. I mean, Prestige, of course, is part of that list. So what do you think, Samir? He wants to upgrade to a better location, but in a budget of 1.5 crore, will that be possible? And what is a better location?
Yeah, if you look at Bangalore as a city, there are different micro markets, self-sustained micro markets that are emerging, whether it's a Whitefield, Electronic City, Yelahanka, or Banerghatta Road. There are about 14-15 micro markets that are self-sustained cities in themselves, as I would call it, very small cities.
So he lives in Banerghatta. If he had to upgrade, where does he go?
Well, we are recommending, because his choice was MG Road, Banerghatta Road and Kanakpura, so we stuck to that. Okay. We didn't go in researching the fact that which is better than the other one, right?
Close to where he is already.
Except that we knew that MG Road would be completely unaffordable. Banerghatta Road and Kanakpura Road have got very decent amount of secondary, they're like secondary markets with infrastructure fully available. So I wouldn't see any reason why you would not want to be, want to be there, because it's there, and the weighted average price of the market suggests also it's one of the good markets and expensive micro markets of Bangalore, trading at 5,800 rupees on the weighted average price scale for Banerghatta, and Kanakpura Road is 5,000 rupees. Inventory overhang is very safe in both the micro markets. Banerghatta Road is 17 months and Kanakpura Road is 20 months. And price appreciation, Banerghatta Road is fantastic. It's 14% on an annualized basis, one of the best performing micro markets of Bangalore, I must say. And Kanakpura is about 10% as well on an annualized basis. You could go for either of the two micro markets. Having said that, please also note for all the viewers that Bangalore has also started to slow down now finally. It's not going to be able to buck the trend for too long. And yes, of course, relatively.
Well, even Shobha's sales, I mean,
yes,
showed the quarter numbers of Shobha clearly showed a slowdown. So nobody's been able to escape it. Even the marquee developers are feeling the pinch, and the developers, both DLF, Shobha, take any region, large developers are being upfront. They're setting extremely modest targets for the year to come. They're saying maximum we'll be able to do what we did last quarter or last year, not more.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think we still can't say when the worst will actually be over. We're surely nearing it, but still some time to go before things start to improve. Hyde Park by Nitesh Estates on Banerghatta Road. Project is 5-acre project, so good sized. Getting ready this year itself. So I think there will be another year delay maximum. If there, swimming pool, multi-purpose hall, amphitheatre, landscape gardens, everything is there. The project is also designed by HOK International, a very reputed architectural firm out of the United Kingdom. and many offices are within 2.5 kilometer radius. So employment generation facilities will definitely lead to this project being very quickly rentable. Brigade Omega by Brigade Group off Kanakpura Road, just off Kanakpura Road, location has an advantage of Bangalore-Mysore Expressway. Total land area of the project is 6.5 acres. Facilities in the project are parks and open spaces, clubhouses with gyms. And lastly, we have Liberty Square at Atlantis Builders. This is at 5,000 rupees a square foot. This is about 200 meters off the main road, and they have a 12,000 square feet clubhouse, which is large for Bangalore standards. Gym, multi-purpose hall, tennis court, badminton court, everything is there in the project.
All right, so that's a list of what you can buy. Bangalore at ₹1.5 crore. Bannerghatta Road is a market that we've looked at. Brigade Omega, Hyde Park, Liberty Square, and of course the prestige property Falcon that you have shortlisted has to be a great property. Go ahead and take a pick out of this list. Well, the High Court has cleared the way for Dwarka Expressway, and we are asking this question: is it the right time for you to invest in the region?